Easiest challenge they've ever faced, Hugo, but maybe there is some hope that could be found within the confines of Mirage.
To look on the bright side, anything they do is good. If you don't get 16-0'd, you've had a successful day, I think. No, but jokes aside, let's see what X3D Max can bring to the table here as we get into the first. It is Mirage. It is their pick. And it is desperation as you're up against Astralis, sitting pretty in the B bomb site with 3. Already, smoke's going over this B site for X3D Max, and they're just going to dive right in. Nades, though, from Astralis, perfectly poised, and oh no, here we go, Harry. We've really started off this game, haven't we? Jinx will double up on the entry. Great work from him and Maka, getting the job done. X3D Max take a hell of a lot of damage from Nades, but they get into the bomb site, and they get all the kills. So who's the real winner?
Yeah, I mean, for Device and Magisk, what can they really hope to do here? Magisk is surely going to fall up in the apartments. Maka making quick work of him. And this leaves Device alone. X3D Max about to find the pistol here on Mirage.
Do you believe, Harry?
Well, they showed us just recently that they're not immortal on the side of Astralis,
yeah.
right? Obviously, falling short out in Miami.
He's a best of 3s, though. A lot more room for Astralis to pick things up, but pistol won't be one of them, Harry. It's going to be the French taking the start of the map. I mean, considering they get away with that, when Astralis double nade apps immediately on that B push and bring 2 players to sub 10 HP, I don't know how 3D Max convert that around, but very nice work from them. They'll get themselves straight on this T side of Mirage.
Yeah, and if you want to look at silver linings for X3D Max, in this matchup specifically, they've got nothing to lose, right? They don't have an AUG that could drop them because they already have.
If your AUG's dropping you because you're losing to Astralis, your AUG needs to rethink.
No, but you know,
those odds.
They really don't have much to lose, and they've got everything to gain in this matchup.
Invest now, while you still can.
So it's going to be these A smokes thrown in, countered by that smoke thrown close to ramp. Pistols lie in wait on the other side. It was the force bite from Astralis, looking to try and bring the heat early, and Device will shut down the first man in. Haji in with a trade. Device desperately trying to get out from CT. Will get brought down low by that nade. Maka's going to find another in the meantime. This scout is still softening up players, but Haji will deal with Dupree at the very least. Device has been a bit of a monster with this scout, just tagging players left and right. He's brought them all down low. Zipnix has one as well, and David P able to delete him. Device left alone. David gonna mop him up, so X3D Max should be getting off to the 3-0 start that they wanted.
Yeah, gonna have full eco from Astralis here, and watch this be the round they win. No, it should be the 3rd. But then with Astralis coming into the rifle round, Harry, they're going to have everything. The AWP, all the utility, and the kits. So, terrifying times on the horizon, but this is the calm before the storm. Full USPs with a flashbang on Device to get them aggressive, maybe into middle as well, because Astralis are just going through the window. One player close up on A, that's Device. He set them up with a flashbang towards his mid-portion of the map, and it was empty. It's just going to be the B play from Maka trying to fake this bomb site while the bomb walks out through ramp, the empty ramp as well. Device getting mollied off in window is going to have to stay back, push through the smoke from Maka, but he's run right past someone. I think he's left someone in that B site. So Glaive doubling back does get one, but this plant has come through for the French, and they're stuck on a 4-on-3. Should be good to close this out without too many casualties.
They are going to go hunting for these pistol players, and they're going to make quick work of them. Logan going to make some money there. So the 3-0 lead taken by X3D Max, but now we have this first buy. Let's see if they can keep the good times rolling, or if Astralis are going to rise to the occasion and be just as dominant as we imagined. We have their first buy-in. Orp over on Device, rifles for the rest of the gang. And X3D Max looking like they might just run the bonus round here.
Yeah, no kit as well for Astralis. Glaive has money, but opting not to go for it. See if that comes back to haunt them later in the round, but as said, it would require a bomb plant. And with a bonus round, you're already making your own job harder. Smokes towards middle for X3D Max. Actually over towards Catwalk here to try and fake a bit of a B play early on. Might force out some utility from Astralis while the rest of X3D Max push up short. This is going to be the B split. Glaive is forced off, going back towards A. shots. Hadji gets a Molotov kill on the balcony to Zipnix. That's going to be the man advantage secured for this T side, who have gained, to be fair, a lot of map control. They're up in the ladder room. David P's going to catch Glaive rotating around. I like this setup, and they're going back in towards A, splitting with Logan's position up in the Palace. Magisk might be able to shut this whole thing down. Device has found one inside of the CT spawn, but Magisk alone on the bomb site. 2 kills immediately. The trade is not there, and it's attempted by Maka, but Device has him covered. Bomb dropped, and Hadji to follow. Astralis are in a difficult situation, but they pull it together and clutch out the round.
Yeah, but that was just a bonus round attempt. Now they have a full buy here in this round. It's just rifles across the board, no AWP in sight just yet. Maka, interestingly enough, donning the Galil in this round, even though he had money for the AK. And this looks like it might just be the A set piece. Now Astralis going very heavy on the mid control. Look at it shut down this portion of the map. Magisk inside of the A site right now, taking these fights, swinging onto X3D Max. Now Hadji will get the trade. CT's open. There's a gap in that smoke, and Glaive looks to try and exploit it. Their attention's getting divided, and Zipnix rotating in from CT, making quick work of this attempted A-side play from the X3D Max squad, and it is just Maka remaining. He's caught out in the open, and Astralis will be back in with a second.
Yeah, giving no room on that A-site as well. I like that. Great couple of kills from Magisk. He should not be getting away with 2 kills on the bomb site there with no trade. Finally came through as a flash was set up. Magisk was looking away from the player up on triple box. Astralis taking a 2-3 scoreline, but the half buy here for the French. They look for pistols. That's about it. Lots of utility, though. They can just go for a bomb site execute. And considering Astralis early on and going back towards his heavy mid setup with Glaive pushing the top side, there is only one man on A. That is, again, Magisk. So smoke's going over X3D Max. Molotov in. Magisk is going to give it a bomb site. Pull back towards CT, but ready on this Palace peak. Won't come through. The molly cuts off Logan. X3D Max only now filtering out of the bomb site, but Astralis have already had the wise to rotate round. 2 players here, and Magisk might not need help. 2 for him, make it a third. He's just lighting up the scoreboard on this A site. Pistol out, trying to get the ace. He might be able to find it, but Glaive wants to steal it away. Logan dueling down to 14, and look how hungry Magisk is for this kill. You know he wants it, but Logan's going to make this round a little longer.
Yeah, he's waiting. He knows that Magisk might get hungry for the ace in this round. Now, Magisk is actually showing a lot of restraint. He's not looking to throw this one away. Just as I say that, he will now join up with the man down at ramp. So Logan, 14 points of health. The rest of this round, just a formality, really. If he can find a kill here and there, he would love it. But with the man holding the angle close, Device able to shut him down. So Astralis continuing to build up this momentum nice and early. We will have a buy for X3D Max in this round here at the very least. But already we're seeing one man able to do so much on this Astralis side. At that A-bomb site, the last 2 rounds in a row, it's only been Magisk there. And he has been able to do so much. And then the rotations just wait on the other side of those smokes, right? They just kind of let Magisk do his own thing. Let him find as much success as he can. And then play into the retake.
And no AWP here because the lack of bomb plant coming through in that eco round denied the money for X3D Max. So Magisk's kills even more impactful than maybe they seem. It's going to be the B play for these Ts, but slow and steady. They heard it wins the race, but no matter what speed you're pulling against Astralis, they're going to be prepared on the other side with 3. Device waiting for contact. He's given up the window. Got to care for that wrap as well. You can see Glaive is watching it from inside of Con, or at least stairs, watching that jungle push. Astralis a little bit aware of the possibility of this mid play, but it won't be a problem right now. Magisk also has the spawn under control, allowing Device to get aggressive within B. Play up towards that car. He will spot some presence in the apartments, but X3D Max not pushing off the back of it. They'll be patient. And the reason being is they have no utility. They can't go for an execute. They want to pick. They want something to go their way. Maka looks for it and spots Magisk back in CT on A. But X3D Max is moving through Con, or underpass to Con, and looking to split the A site. But this is really going to be desperation with no utility to play with.
Yeah, this is not going to be an easy feat. Dupree could even look to do some damage and help out down in mid. That's also relying on them checking Glaive. Hadji will. Dupree now trying to watch the short wrap, and he will get rid of one man at the very least. Maka is good to trade and equalize this out. That bomb going to go down with seconds to spare. Zipnix, quick little hop in through the murder hole, and Hadji's dead before he even knows what hit him.
I would have replayed that. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's very hard to land those little hops in through the hole. The flash is perfect, and Logan's dropped. It's Maka alone again. A 1v3 required. A lot to do. Now, time is ticking away from Astralis. He's able to do some damage on a Zipnix, but not much more. Astralis will take the lead. They move 4-3 up.
Yeah, shutdown round from Zipnix as well. Just as you said, you know, jumping through that murder hole. Easier said than done to find the timing. You've got to hit a perfect B hop, but he does exactly that, Harry. And yeah, what do you even do against that? How do you counter that? You don't. Shout out to production for getting that up so quick. And 4-3 to Astralis. Pistols again for X3D Max, but last time we saw this buy, it was Magis to lay down the pain on that A bomb site with the AUG. Of course, a weapon Astralis have adopted alongside many. Glaive sits on the M4 right now, and X3D Max sit up in the B bomb site. No one here, at least fighting the apartment. Zipnix just plays the back of the car, throwing in utility, chipping away early on. But these Ts will be coming, and they'll be coming fast.
Yeah, fast B play order of the day. Crossfire set up between Zipnix and Dupree. Dupree drawing the attention away right now, trying to draw them in for the kill, and Zipnix now looking to mop up the remaining players. It's only Maka left alive again, and he can't find anything. Astralis now 5-3 up on their CT side. Since getting into the rifles, they are yet to drop around, and yet to even have more than 2 players die in a round, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, very, very dominant victories here for the Danes, as we kind of expected.
And that makes your job even harder if you're X3D Max, because it's not like you're breaking the money of Astralis. It's not like, you know, we've seen those dominant leads across the majority of the season of Pro League, and then typically the comebacks in the first half to make the half pretty equal, but that's because the money bonus, new round bonus rather, favouring the losing team. Fast play into middle. Device is going to hear that, but he's been double flashed, trying to hide inside of the smoke instead of run back blind. He'll have to do so. That orb just missing his angle, and he does get out of the connector alive. So, given a second chance in this round, Jinx will take ladder for it though, and X3D Max are deep into middle. They can set up to split this A bomb site. Or B, really, because Hadji's pushed up in apartments as well as Logan and Palace. So you have both options here available for X3D Max. It's just down to this opening pick, and it won't come through now. Logan's been smoked. He'll go ahead of it. Great shot to Magisk. Now, still another player at the back of the site. That's something X3D Max might not expect, but they're not running the gun. They're not desperately pushing into this A bomb site off the back of that kill. They're waiting for Astralis to adjust and rotate.
David P, in the meantime, is up through connector, and there's no one from Astralis keeping an eye on exactly this. So if he were to go any further forward, he might find a great deal of results, and he will start to sneak into jungle. Just going to miss the timing to spot out Glaive. Device is in danger here. Ooh. Aware of this potential mid-wrap, Device going to get tagged, and now David P could do a hell of a lot on this wrap round. There's Device gone. It's Dupree alone inside of B. A great flick on a Logan. He's going to get pressured, though, from the shop. 2 players here, and Jinx going to find him. Glaive doing what he can from short, and that's the bomb dropped. They have to get it down. They have to get it planted, and with 1 second to spare, Jinx plugging in the numbers. The nade on Zipnix could deny it, but will instead just pick him up the frag, and now Zipnix, Clutch Minister, 1v1 versus David P. One of the all-time greatest clutches in the game versus Zipnix. Bomb ticking down. Oh, he gets spotted.
Oh, but he probably thinks he's gone back inside the market. Closer and closer.
Yeah, just toying with him, taking the clock on down, and he will win the fight in the 1v1. X3D Max in with their 4th round. They're looking to bring some heat into this matchup.
Yeah, David P with 3 kills in that one and shutting down the 1v1 versus Zipnix. Not every day that you can say that you've done that. So Astralis getting very, very close. If that nade came in a couple of seconds earlier from Xyp9x, he would have stopped that bomb plant and won the round for Astralis, but only getting the kill in the post plant. Now a pause coming in for X3D Max. They take the round, but they take their time, no rush. As they sit 5-4 down, trying to work out exactly the plan into this follow-up round, not wanting to get hard reset by Astralis. Because, of course, winning that round with only one player surviving doesn't exactly bode well for the cash of X3D Max. Yet to really build up a bank on this T side. And Astralis, of course, as you said it earlier, Harry, they've taken pretty concise, pretty clean rounds across this CT side once they've hit the rifles, with 3 players surviving the majority of the time. So guns aren't going to be a problem, at least for now. And the AWP is back. This time for dupreeh, though, maybe off of the back of Spawn. It's actually Device with the best mid spawn in this server, but he's not going to be playing the AWP.
Once again, heavy mid focus from Astralis. Not really something that X3D Max have looked to do much with. Ooh, dupreeh flashed off the angle. Maka, I think, saw him there, so he's going to keep posted up in the apartments for now. They show their hand at A just a bit on the side of X3D Max and now start to back off. Back into T-spawn they go. Maka still holding, being very patient, waiting to see if any of this B apartments aggression comes through. And X3D Max, they tried to throw the old double fakeroo in. They back away from A. Now they set up with these smokes down on ramp for the A side play.
They will come down. Astralis smoked out of the site here. Glaive wants to try and contest it though, so he will drop a right click towards triple. Now that can lull X3D Max into a bomb plant here, and that's exactly what they want. They want to try and shut it down through the smoke. The shots missed and plant found. X3D Max can back off, get into these post plants. They've still got this B-Rap as well. Maka's coming in from the apartments, and he's just taking down dupreeh. That's a big kill. It's going to slow Astralis down on this retake, and now they've got to worry about their backline up on short. Maka, he's doubled it. He's found another one from the back, and Astralis haven't even considered taking this site back under their control because they're losing players by the second. X3D Max looking to shut this down, and Maka has done exactly that. 3rd kill on this AWP on the apartments flank. It's going to be a 5th round to the T side. Astralis getting tested right now, Harry.
Yeah, right, and you know, that hold from Maka all the way back in apps really could have been a double-edged sword, you know, right? It's worked to devastating effect in this round, but a lot of that coming on the back of Astralis electing to give up A, allow that bomb to go down, trying to deny the bomb plant, but Magis couldn't quite find the lineup. And, you know, thanks to getting the mid plant over on the side of X3D Max, Maka's position becomes so valuable. Had he just pushed and lost that initial fight to dupreeh, it could have been a very different round, right? Those players wouldn't have had their attention divided. They could have just gone into the 5-on-4, into the A-bomb site, and likely Astralis win that. But Maka coming up trumps with the AWP.
Astralis want to take this game into their own hands, so aggression might be the answer for that. At least Magisk seems to think so at the top of middle. Early engagement going the way of 3D Max up in the apartments as well. Will tag down Jinx for Xyp9x. He's playing with a scout as well, so already low HP on one player. And this nade on B could be a bit lethal, but not close enough is Jinx. He moves back. Device posted towards underpass because he's got Magisk covering top of mid, and a tag onto Logan. Lots of damage done by Astralis, but they're yet to convert it to a kill. However, this will still be a bit problematic to these Ts who are currently boxed into the apartment. And Astralis should know this as well. They've seen nothing on A. They own the top of middle. They've seen players in underpass and B apps. So X3D Max starting to realize the maybe error of their ways. The information that's being displayed for Astralis, who are just holding passive on this B bomb site. Xyp9x holding the cross in the market. But where do these Ts go? That bomb's wrapped all the way in through spawn in the meantime. We could see that late underpass split, but again, knowing that Device has got his eyes trained on that in middle is going to make things very difficult. Instead, they just check spawn and now go back for this A play. Or B play, rather.
And this is where Xyp9x and dupreeh lie in wait. They go into the moors of dupreeh. They lose Xyp9x, but dupreeh still a nuisance, still racking up a body count here. And Maka finally able to silence him, but the fast flank from Magis should solidify this round. Macca's not ready for it, and Astralis will keep the lead 6-5. Denying that round the way of the Frenchman and solidifying another for themselves. Big stuff from Dupree in that round to lock down B single-handedly, even in the face of that effectively 1v4 he was thrown into.
And now the AWP's been gifted back to Device as well. Zipnix has even upgraded his scout, so things are looking good for Astralis to continue this lead. Another aggressive mid stance for Astralis as well. They are slightly pushing up Catwalk in the form of Zipnix, but smoked out in the window. They're going to need to focus on A, because that's where these Ts are going. Setting up their utility. Magisk, he's stuck here, he's committed. He can't go anywhere but the back of the site, and that's exactly where he will choose to hide, waiting for this Palace push. Molotovs could be a bit of a problem if they throw it towards the back of box, but just watching it for the time being. And the last molly going out deep into the CT spawn means Magisk is covered here in the corner. The flash goes high, Magisk gets one, but he's blinded by his own teammates, still being a nuisance on this site, and everyone is coming in clutch for Astralis. A kill for almost everyone in the server. And a shutdown round on A, not a point of damage received by Astralis on that full rifle round to the A execute.
Yeah, and I think this is where if you're X3D Max, you realize that just throwing standard site takes in against Astralis maybe isn't the best laid of plans. We'll be back to the partial investment, and with 3 smokes in hand, it's likely just a fast A play. Now they throw in some nifty little immediate smokes from spawn to block off the connector and jungle. Hadji gonna overrun Magisk. Glaive is up and past them, taking these fights from the stairs. That's by design. They've left this avenue open, and Macca gets dropped. Glaive's found another. This round was looking good for X3D Max, but one by one they've fallen, and it's all onto David P. He's immediately cleaned up. 3 for Glaive in that round, and Astralis moving on to an 8th.
But a bomb plant down, the money made back for X3D Max. It's not the worst case scenario by any means. I like those smokes as well. Very fast onto the A site immediately before Astralis can react with rotations. However, they're not needed. It is the shutdown of the pistols. And a tactical pause for the French as well. You can see them chatting to the coach. So it's still going well though. 5 rounds on the T side so far. You know, it's a very, very good half. Let's see if Astralis will allow them to take any more, because they're leaning towards that 10-5. Luckily the money is here for this rifle round, but it could be the last rifle round for these French, at least for their T side. Luckily lost bonus is there, so only really requires the bomb plant for the full buy. And that's a think they've been able to gain now and again, but only if they go for these immediate A smokes. It's not like they've had too much success towards B. Astralis now starting to warm up. It was a slow start from them, Harry, but gamers are out in full force. And back to another mid-take for Magisk as well. Look at this push.
Ooh, flash through. Everyone's blind right now, but in amongst the chaos, Dupree's able to find one. They are not ready for Magisk here. A nice trade from Macca to actually delete him and find the 3-on-4 for X3D Max, not just allowing Magisk to go on another tear up in top mid. Glaive in the meantime has cleared the ramp portion of the map. Now Logan is up in Palace. He's going to get spotted though. Draws the attention of Device away from mid briefly, and this has given Hadji a slight gap he could look to try and exploit here. He's dodged the Molotov, gotten up into connector. Glaive whiffing that spray onto Logan. Setting up for the B play now are X3D Max, and Hadji to try and catch the man falling back from ramp, but he has been bested. With just Logan and Macca remaining, they are a long way from one another.
I saw Logan leaving the A site. They should have the read that this is not going to be an A play right now off the back of some of the information. Luckily enough, Zipnix is still here, and that might just be enough for the solo B hold. It is 4 players up for Astralis, so they are weakened, but not as weakened as these two. 29 HP, 37 HP, and 30 seconds to do something with it. They might even opt to save here, Harry, and that's looking like the call being made right now, because the issue is money for the next round is going to be lacking. They got the loss bonus at least, but no bomb plant presenting itself right now for these Frenchmen. And Astralis double rotating down towards B, just playing the bomb sites because they don't need middle at this point. As long as they have their flanks covered, it should be fine, but we know that 10 seconds left, this round is done, it's over. They will be just holding on to the AWP and the AK. Guns can still be brought up in this next round for X3D Max, so it's not the end of the world. They're going to have a full rifle round for the last round of the half, and that's something that we question, you know, saying this could be their last buy, but the save does facilitate more guns and another chance of getting this this 9-6 half. But right now, Astralis still holding the lead and not faltering while doing so.
Yeah, there might have been a few scary rounds early on, but now Astralis are emerging as the dominant force we expected them to be. For X3D Max, we haven't really seen too much from them in terms of tactical depth just yet. They try and change the pace in this round. They keep an eye on the underpass push, and David P gonna double up. Still the potential at the 6-9 half here for X3D Max, which they cannot be too disappointed with. Bomb all the way back here in T-spawn, now regrouping with Maka and Logan. David P looking to try and sell this B-side fake. Zipnix waits on the other side. Magisk is alone at A, so he's going to have his work cut out for him. Ooh, we might catch the timing as they're lining up these nades. Maka holding the ramp. Ooh, missed shot. They know that Magisk is here. They're trying to capitalize on it. He spots the players at ramp. He's called for the rotations, and now this flank from David P can look to come in. But it really is to... Oh, they've got B. Yeah, they're backing away. David P's already locking down the site. If they're going to back off, though, they've got to commit to this, and they've got to commit to it now. They leave Maka at ramp to continue selling this fake. Astralis are already all set up for the retake at A. Little do they know that David P is already so deep in this B bomb site. He's blindsided Zipnix, and it's Device left in what was a 1v4.
Still focused up on this A play, though. It's far from that. X3D Max are within the B bomb site with that plant to come through as well. David P, get too aggressive there. Device is ready for it, so now Astralis still in for a chance on this 10th round. Do not count Device out on this. The bomb plant might be open with short contained by Jinx. Logan going to be watching the cross, but that just gives a gunfight to Device. He gets a tag, not the kill. Bomb plant not for Logan as well, so Device can realize that once he spots the bomb on the site. Molly can go towards Cat. He can just stick it in theory. Forces the peek from Jinx, but he goes back. Now Logan running forward as well, but Device wants to try and take a kill. Logan will not give it to him. Hiding around the corner. Spam for Device, but missed shots, and Logan will peek out wide. It's X3D Max to take 6 of the half. That is a decent half considering the tier of opposition they're facing, Harry. But will it be enough? 9 rounds for Astralis. Add on a pistol round, and they're suddenly taking a dominant lead. Will they take a dominant win, though, over on Mirage? The first map of this series. Do join us for the second in just a moment. 9-6 the score for Astralis. They sit in the lead here as we head into the second half of the first map. This is, of course, Mirage, pick a 3D Max, and their chance to impress and upset. But when I say their chance, it's not exactly a large one. Of course, you are facing the best team in the world right now, and Astralis aptly looking for a quick 2-0 victory as we head into things. Let's see if they can do it, because right now, 6 rounds T-side, X3D Max impressing us.
Yeah, right. I mean, few teams have been able to even take Astralis to double digits in their year tenure at the top. So, you know, X3D Max can at least take solace in the fact that they've fielded a pretty competitive T side, all things considered. Moving into their CT side portion, though, this is where we can see Astralis look to set the pace a bit more. Aggression down through mid. 3 players blitzing their way through this portion of the map. Mid-aggression will get spotted by Maka as he taps down one. They're already up through short, though, and there's only Haji here. A lot of work to do for just one man, but he looks to answer the call before Device puts him down. And B is now open for business.
Yeah, but no kit for this retake, and that bomb should be going down for Astralis. It's taking its time. Simplic's running back into the site to do it. 2 players, no armor as well for Astralis, and Device half tag. Definitely winnable for X3D Max. They just need the kills to come through their way. They do not. Device shutting down the short split. Double market push now for the Frenchmen, and they've been rumbled as well. The kills there for Logan. The cross being held by Device, but Magist jumping up on top of the truck, gets a one-shot, drops back down as well, playing with his food. Logan has to close this gap, but he's got to tap the bomb to force the peak, and right now with no kit and no engagement going his way, Astralis will not give him the room. It's a nice try, but it's not looking good for Logan, and Device will shut it down. 3 kills from him in the pistol, and Astralis take 10.
Yeah, and that pistol could make all the difference. They could just look to springboard themselves into the lead from here on in. I'm curious if for X3D Max we're going to see a force buy, or if it will just be the flat eco prioritizing rifles in the following.
Ooh.
They've gone for the force buy now, and I actually like this.
Yeah. Why not? Just get, you know, going into your rifle rounds, you want everything.
Yeah, and not just that. I feel like, you know, X3D Max, they can be pretty safe in the assumption that Astralis is always the chance that they underestimate them, right? And don't anticipate this sort of aggressive purchase to come through.
That's the thing. We always say, oh yeah, there's a chance Astralis might underestimate them. I feel like even if they did, it wouldn't make that much of a difference. It's not like Astralis are a team that are prone to getting upset by underdogs. But let's see if these pistols can upset them. It's a close ramp push caught out by Device. Simplic's shutting down one on the A site. It's actually Magist side by side doing the damage instead. Device, quick shot to the scout, and the pistols find limited damage.
Yeah, for Haji and David, it's probably best if they just back off and save in this one. The A bomb site is gone. And so they will just look to hold on to these pistols and armor up in the apartments. It gives them a little bit more to work with into this next round. Always the chance you can at least do damage. But the odds are Astralis should be going 12-6 up before we see that first fall buy from the X3D Max squad.
No chase required, no need to give guns over to the pistol players. Astralis keep 5 alive. Looking to run another bonus round as well with just SMGs. And 1 rifle and Device, and he's had a great game as well. 15 and 5, barely even dead. What do we have here from the likes of X3D Max other than just flat pistols? It's looking like nothing. It's likely 12 rounds to Astralis unless something crazy happens in this one, and I am doubtful as they set up early towards the B site, couple of middle as well, sending this rifle out to probe. David P's going to need some support because I think they spotted him going into the underpass.
Yeah, he is in it for a world of hurt, but David P with his deagle. Only good for 1 there. The flank was coming in through lower tunnels. The fact he was able to get away with 1 is kind of more than perhaps he should have been allowed to get away with. So he's already done his job in this round. Logan is boosted up. Glaive should get spotted, but it's Maka to USP him down. He cuts him down with the vanilla USP, and now Dupree trying to take a mantle up here on short. Will at least get rid of Maka. The B play now coming through, but 2 players on the other side. One of these is Hadji with that 5-7. Logan dinks up another. These pistols are doing damage, and Hadji's found a double. It's dupreeh left alive. The near full eco from X3D Max might find success here, but dupreeh, he might have just saved the day. He's got the bomb on his back. He can get the bomb down, and he's got plenty of time to set up this post plant inside of A.
Yeah, and an open plant as well. He knows that Hadji was within the B bomb site, so all the time in the world for that. Consider Sandwich goes back to ramp, safer option of the two. He's got that chance to retreat. And no point giving away this round. Hadji has a Molotov, but he doesn't know where dupreeh is gone, and it could be anywhere with this open bomb plant. He can't guess ramp. Very common position, but it would only be a guess for Hadji, who's got to tap the bomb to force the peek. That he will do. Molly goes down. Not going to be the correct call. It's up in the palace. The fake on the bomb. dupreeh, will he fall for it? Yeah, it goes okay. All right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
This game's over. No, just joking. But that is unreal.
I don't even think he was aware he hit that shot, in all fairness. But yeah, that round certainly gets a lot closer than Astralis ever feel comfortable with. They've got rifles now across the board. Had enough to invest in the AWP here, but deciding against it. I imagine we're just going to see a lot of fast rounds from the Astralis squad. This time they look to just blindside X3D Max with an immediate A play. Not even smokes down to hide this. And well, Macca's going to get one, but it's instantly traded, picked up by dupreeh. Logan trading out to the AWP, does shut down the man up in Palace. Will he be ready for the 3 players that lie in wait over on Tetris, though? Missed shot the first time around. Catches a smoke, there's a player on the stairs, and that's Glaive to find him. 3v3 now as that bomb plant comes in.
Oh, the lineup, though, a little bit too high up for Jinx. If he aimed lower, he would have stopped that bomb plant, but now time is ticking against the Frenchman. They've got to get back into A. Even in the spawn, Hadji lurking, but he misses a shot, and Zipnik gets his guns out in time. Glaive follows up onto David P, and now Jinx wondering where it all went so wrong. No kit, a smoke for the bomb, and 3 players on ramp for Astralis. Good luck. He is already bailing. Try to grab that AWP, but they will try and take him down on the exit. He might be able to get away with this if they actually blindside him and walk past him. He's jumping, though. That gives away his position. Oh, no scope through the smoke, and he's got to run. But the issue is they're already in mid, and Glaive will be there to shut it down. No AWP to save, but a round picked up.
I actually think he got the AWP.
Was it balancing on the edge?
The edge of it was just hanging up, and I saw him jumping, and I swear he dropped his gun.
I heard a noise that he picked it up. I just didn't think he would.
I think long-arm Glaive was able to reach up into the window there.
We call him tall leg Glaive, Harry.
And yeah, he was. He was able to grab the AWP.
There you go. That's not a buy this round. So, very nice. Long arm Glaive saves the day, but I don't think Astralis needed the AWP regardless. It's going to be pistols for 3D Max once again. They have gotten themselves into underpass, but this is, not always good, considering David's not covering Macca's position right now. So if Magisk walks out and David doesn't peek, he might spot the legs of the second player. But actually, getting aggressive is Macca. David P catches the trade. That's a 1-for-1 that X3D Max will take every day of the week, considering the smoke covers a gun that they can go pick up. A bomb still on the spawn for Astralis, just defaulting for the time being. And just got to be aware of this underpass position. Got to clear it out before they commit anywhere.
There's David gone. Device looking for the apps man now as well. Doesn't seem too aware that Hadji's crossed, but he can just hold this angle all day long. While the rest of the squad try and work their way in through short. They've spotted Logan. They deal with him. They even spot Hadji on this aggression into the apartments. He's going to continue his close hold, though. Will be the B play. Hadji up close, good for one. More players going to go walking in his crosshair, and dupreeh gets the trade. Jinx left alone, and he's a long way from B. Astralis should be fine in this 14th round with little to no problems.
Certainly looking that way. No armor, no kit, no gun past the Deagle. So 14 rounds on the horizon here for the Danes. And what was, an early start to this map? A 3-0 lead for X3D Max off the back of the pistol. Has definitely slowed down in these last few rounds, Harry. The second half devoid of rounds as well for the French. And I don't really blame them. So let's see what they can get done up against 14. They are going to have another bye with all the trimmings, and the AWP is a possibility, but so do Astralis. So good luck.
Yeah, and this is where if you're X3D Max, I feel like you could just look to throw any little gimmicks in that you've got, right? You may as well use them here and now. You may as well try and throw something that goes against the grain, against the Astralis. Calling in a tactical pause, so maybe going to see a bit of a change here from the 3D Max side.
How much of a change can you really make? It's 14-6 down. You're left with limited rounds left to play. And of course, you know Astralis are tryharding during your attack calls as well, so good luck. Sonic has got the
That's what I was going to say.
magic book out.
You saw his little notepad there. I can't imagine how much he has written down for this squad, though.
I don't think it's even for the squad, just maybe defaults and you know, knowing where to play and what setups, what smokes to throw specifically, reminding players that, okay, you know, this is your role on this entry, you know, this is where you check or where you flash. Just making sure everyone's on the same page. Of course, you can never be too careful, as we've learned. Astralis never slowing down, never backing off, and they won't in this round either. Palace burst with a smoke towards deep jungle. It's looking like the A play to come out for Astralis, and already a pick behind it.
Glaive's even caught this timing into the connector with that aggressive smoke down. He's allowed to get through and into jungle. Now trying to find Jinx, and he will get him. As we all know, Glaive has smokes disabled, so he's able to shut that man down there. And now this A-side play coming in. Maka waiting on the other side. Haji with the AWP over on short, trying desperately to find the angle, but he can't. Had they got that kill, X3D Max definitely going to be tempted and have a chance in the retake. But now, I mean, a save into map point for Astralis would be a pretty bitter pill to swallow, but they don't really have many other options here on the X3D Max side.
Yeah, what's the alternative? That, I guess, walk through the murder hole and, well, get murdered. Glaive's on the other side, ready and waiting, and with no hops like Zipnix through that CT spawn, I feel like it's a bit of a formality at this point. Pistol out for Maka, finishes the job to Zipnix. That's one kill, but it may be the last. 2 on 4, and this bomb is going off, whether 3D Max like it or not. Exits is going to be the stat padding that we see here for the CT side, and they're barely even allowed to get away with guns. Maka will run back into A, knowing no one's here for Astralis once the bomb's gone off. So AWP is saved here for X3D Max, but that is your light at the end of the tunnel. At the end of the day, you are still in the tunnel.
Well, they're going to call in another tactical pause here on the 3D Max side of things.
May as well make use of all of them.
But yeah, this is your last effort at trying to deny the Danes. A dominant victory here on map number 1, your map pick. Obviously, with Nuke coming up next, you are sweating bullets if you're X3D Max. Astralis on an unbelievable run on Nuke.
And I don't think today is going to be the day that that is upturned, but I secretly hope that X3D Max have done an unreasonable amount of homework coming into our next map.
Yeah, I mean, you certainly could. You're not shy on demos to go off of, right?
Sure.
That would be incredible if the team to break it was X3D Max. Just
like we all expected.
They've all brushed up, but looks a long way off, at least in this map. The aggression in towards lower tunnels is quickly mopped up by Magisk. Mac has been brought down low, finished off now by Glaive. And X3D Max, they've barely even seen Astralis, and yet they find themselves in this 2v5. The bomb is on the back of device over in A, and they're just still trying to deal with the B-Rap.
Zipnix is in their spawn as well. He's been there for a while. And I think this is looking done and dusted. It is 16-6 to Astralis. A nice, clean and quick victory from the Danes, like we expected here over on Mirage. Now, of course, you know, X3D Max, they can't be too upset about that one, but they are going to move forward to Nuke. And that's where, you know, Tears will